enjoy Shakespeare in the Square's Spring 2025 production of Macbeth!
When shall we three meet again?
In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place? Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth. Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and fill up the air.
What bloody man is that? He can report a supervised flight of the revolt, the newest state.
This, my liege, is a sergeant, who, like a good and hardy soldier, fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend. Speaks to the king the knowledge of the broilers thou didst lead it.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their hearts. The merciless MacDonald, worthy to be rebel, for to that the multiplying abilities of nature do swarm upon him. From the western isles of kerns and gallows glasses is supplied, and fortune on his damned glory smiled and showed like a rebel's whore. But all's too weak for brave Macbeth. Well, he deserves that name. Disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution, like valor's minion, carved out his passage till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands, nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the nave to the chops and fixed his head upon our battlement.
O valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
As went the sun against his reflection, shipwrecking storms and direful thunder break, so from that spring whence comfort seemed to come, discomfort swelled. Mark, King of Scotland, mark! No sooner justice hath, with valor armed, compelled these skipping kerns to trust their heels, but the Norwegian lord, surveying vantage with furbished arms and new supplies of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismay not this our captains, Macbeth and Banquo.
Yes, as sparrows, eagles, or the hare and the lion. If I say sooth, I must report they were as cannons, overcharged with double cracks. So they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe. Unless they meant to bathe the creeping wounds or memorize another Golgotha, I cannot help. But I'm faint. My gashes cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor, both. Go get him, surgeons. Who comes here?
This is the worthy Thane of Ross, my liege. God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, where the Norwegian banners flout the sky and fan out people cold. Norway himself, in terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict. Till that, the lotus bridegroom, laughing-proof, confronted him with self-comparisons, point against point, rebellious arm against arm, perished his last spirit, and to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness.
That thus we know, the Norway's king craves composition. Nor would we deign him burial of his men, till he disperse it at St. Combs Inch, $10,000 to our general use.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his former title greet Macbeth.
Nicely done.
What he hath lost, no Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been, sister? Killing swine.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's white hatch has not seen her lie. I munched, and
master of the tiger, and in a sieve I'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind.
That kind.
And I another.
I myself have all the other, and the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know in the shipman's car. I'll drain him dry as hay. Shall never night nor day upon his penthouse lay. He shall command for big, weird 7 nights, 9 times 9 will he dwindle, peak and pine. Though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest-tossed. Show me, show me. Here I have a pilot's thought. As homeward he did come.
A drum, Macbeth doth come. The weird sisters hand in hand.
Those that love the sea and land.
Thrice to go about, thrice to dine, and thrice to wine, and thrice again to make up 9.
Peace. Charms well known.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far is it called to forest? What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire that look not like inhabitants of the earth and yet are on it. Live you, or are you off the man-made question? You seem to understand me. By each at once her chalky finger laying upon her skinny lips, you should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, thane of law.
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear such things that do sound so fair? Aye, in the name of truth, are you fantastical, or that which outwardly indeed you show? My noble partner you greet with present grace and great prediction of noble habit and royal hope that he seems rapt withal. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and see which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me. Neither beg your favor nor your hate.
Hail!
Hail.
Hail.
Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth all hail.
Stay, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. By Simon's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief no more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence go the strange intelligence, or why upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic breathing and speak, I charge you!
Huh. The earth hath bubbles, as the water has. These are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, and what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. But they had stayed.
Were such things here as we do speak about, or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor too, what's it not so?
To the self-same tune and word. Who's there? Oh shit!
The news of thy success? And when he reads thy personal venture in the rebels' fight, he finds thee in stout Norwegian ranks. Nothing appeared what thyself didst make. I am sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, and for an earnest of greater honor, he bade me call thee Thane of Cawdor. In which addition, hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What? Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. Whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did himself labor in his country's wrack, or did he build blind the rebel with hidden help, advantage I know not. But treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Loms and Thane of Cawdor. Greatest behind. Thanks for your pains. Do not hope your children shall be kings. Otherwise, if you give Thane of Cawdor to me, you promise no less to them.
That trust in home might yet enkindle you unto the ground, besides Thane of Cawdor, but 'tis strange. And oftentimes, to win us to our harm, win us to betrays honest trifles and deepest consequence. Huh? Cousin, a word, I pray you.
This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why have you given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock in my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thoughts, whose murder yet is but fantastical shapes, so my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not. If chance allow me king, why chance may drown me without my stir. Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor, my dull brain is wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered, for every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let us toward the king. Think upon half a chance, and at more time the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts each to other.
Very gladly.
Till then, enough. Come, friends.
Is execution done? Is execution done on Cawdor? Are not those in commission yet returned?
They are not yet back, my liege, though I spoke with one that saw him die. He did report that very frankly. He confessed to his treasons, implored your highness's pardon, and set forth a great repentance. Nothing in his life became him like believing it. He died as one that had been studied in his death to throw away the dearest thing he owed as 'twere a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the mind's destruction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Oh, worthiest cousin! The sin of my ingratitude even now is heavy on me. Thou art so far before that swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Would thou hadst less deserved that the proportion both of thanks and payment might have been mine. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your highness part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne and state children and servants, which do what they should by doing everything safe toward your love and honor.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, that hast no less deserved nor must be. No, let that done so. Oh, let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart. My plenteous joys, wanted in fullness, seem to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you, whose places are the nearest, know that we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, who will be hereafter our prison. Prince Honor does not unaccompanied invest him only with signs of nobleness, like stars shall shine on all. From hence to Inverness and bind us further to you.
The rest is labor, you. I'll be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor.
Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or leap, for in my way lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be, which the eye fears, when it is done, to see.
They met me in the day's success, and I have learned by perfect support that they have more in them than mortal knowledge. And I burned a desire to question them further, and made themselves air into which they vanished. While as I stood wrapped in wonder of it all, came missives from the king, who all hailed me, named Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time with, "Hail King, that shall be." This I have thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner in greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dews of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Bid thy home farewell. Long thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou holily, wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win. Thou dost have great wrongs, that which cries, thus thou must do, if thou hadst, and that which rather thou dost fear to do, than wishest should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits into thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden ground, which fate and physical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your highness?
The king comes here tonight.
Is not thy master with him, whom word so would have informed? Preparation?
So please you, it is true. Our fate is coming. One of my fellows had the speed about him who was dead for breath, and scarcely more than would make up his message.
Give him 10 minutes. He dreams great peace. The raven himself is the horse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Oh, come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe top, full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my women's breasts, and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mission. Oh, come thick night, and pall me in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold! Hold! Free greater than both, by all hail hereafter. Thy letter has transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in an instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
When it goes hence,
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
oh, and never shall sun that morrow see. thing is as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. You're welcome in your eye, in your hand, in your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. King that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch. We shall to all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and mastery.
You speak further.
When they look up here, to alter favor ever is to fear. And all the rest to me.
This castle has a pleasant scene. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses. See, our hostess. The love that follows us sometimes our troubles still we thank as a love. Here and I teach you how you shall win God Aldous for your pain and thank us for your trouble.
All our services in every point twice done, and none done double, were poor and single business to contend against those honors deep and broad, wherewith your majesty loads our house. For those of old, and the late dignities, give up to them, we rest your hurts.
Where's the Thane of Conworth? We coursed him out the heels and had purpose to be his purveyor, but he rides well, and his great love, sharp as his spur, have helped him to his home before us. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
Your servants ever have prayers themselves, and it is theirs in comps to make all that your highness's pleasure still treasure your own.
Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly and shall continue our graces towards him. By your leave, hostess.
Done, when 'tis done, then 'twere well we're done quickly. The assassination could trammel up in consequence and catch with his surcease success. I thought this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here. That we but teach bloody instruction, which being taught return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this token hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office that his virtues will plead like angels trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off. And pity, like a naked newborn babe striding with laughs, or heaven's cherubim horsed upon the sightless warriors of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. Yet I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. How now, my news?
He hath almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has?
will speak no further in this business. You have honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which will be worn now on their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hook drunk? Wherein you dressed yourself? Have it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale, but did so freely. From this time such I account thy love. Art thou in fear to be seen in thine own acts and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon pretty blood like the poor cat at the attic?
Prithee, peace. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you are a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than that. Nor time, nor place did then adhere that you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail,
Fail. Screw your courage to the sticking place, and we'll not fail. The donkey is asleep, which the rather shall this day's hard journey soundly inviting. His two chambermaids will I with wine and wassail so convincing that memory, the water of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason a limbic only. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lies as in a death, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great club?
bring forth men children only. For thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received? When we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber and used their very daggers that they have done it.
Who dares receive it open? As we shall make our griefs and clamors roar upon his death.
I am settled. Bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Awake and mock the time of fairest show. False face must hide what false heart doth know.
How goes the night, son?
The mood is down. I have not heard the clock.
And she goes down at 12.
I take it 'tis later, sir.
Hold. Take my sword. There is husbandry in heaven. Their candles are all out. Oh, take me that too. Oh, a heavy summon lies upon me like lead, and yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers restrain me in the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. Give me my sword. Who's there?
A friend!
What, sir? Not yet at rest? your offices. Ooh, this diamond he greets your wife withal, in the name of the most kind hostess, shut up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect, which else should free have wrought.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts each to other.
At your kindest leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent when 'tis, it shall make honor for you.
Ah, so I lose none in seeking to augment it, but keep my bosom franchised and my allegiance clear. I shall be counseled.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir, the like to you.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. Oh, I have thee not, yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind? A false creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain. I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshalest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made of fools, or the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade and dudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There is no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to my eye. Now o'er the one half world nature seems dead. In wicked dreams of use the curtains sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and with her murder alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf, whose house is wide. Thus, with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps. Which way they walk for fear? My very stones break my whereabouts and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. Whilst I fret, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds, who cold breath gives. I go in this dive. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven. Or to hell.
That which has made them drunk has made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace. It was the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman which gives the sternest good night. He's about. The doors are open and the serpent grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugs their posits, that death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? What home?
Alack, I'm afraid they have waited, 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark, I've laid their daggers ready, he could not miss them. Had he not
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended?
I
Hark. Who lies in the second chamber?
don't think.
This is a sorry sight.
Foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one that laughed and sleep and one cried murder. They did wake each other. I stood and heard them, but they didn't say their prayers and addressed them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and I the other. As they had seen me with these hangman's hands, listening their fear, I could not say amen when they didn't say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
Therefore could not I pronounce amen. I had most need a blessing, and all men stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought of after these ways, so it will make us mad.
Thought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more to all the house. Macbeth does murder sleep. The innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the raveled sleep with care. The death of each day's life. Sore labor's bath. Balm of hurt minds. Great nature's second course. Chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
So that cried sleep no more to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Conor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Was it that thus cried? Why, worthy thank you to unbend your noble strength to think so brain-sickly of things. Go get some water. Wash this filthy witness from your hands. But why have you brought the daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them, and smear the sleeping grooves with blood.
Oh, good no more. I'm afraid to think what I have done. Look at it again, I dare not.
He's firm of purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. Heed your greed. I'll gild the faces of the grooms with all, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are here? Ah, they pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? No! This my hand will rather the more tune the seas in Carnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color. But I'm ashamed to wear a heart so white. I hear knocking at the south entry. Retirees to our chambers a little longer clears us of the deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy has left you unattended. Go get on your nightcap, lest occasion calls and shows us to be watched and be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
It's no my deed for best not know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking, and what thou couldst!
Stop!
Here's a knocking indeed. If a man were border of Helgate, he should have old turning the key.
Knock, knock, knock.
Who is there in the name of Beelzebub?
Here's a farmer that hanged himself on the expectation of plenty.
Oh, come in time. Have napkins enough about you. Here, you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock. Faith, here is an equivocator that could swear in both the scales against either scale who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate to heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. Knock, knock. Faith, here's an English tailor come hither for stealing out of a French hose. For stealing out of a French hose, come in, tailor. Here you may roast your goose. Knock, knock. Never quiet. Well, what are you?
So late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late.
Faith, sir, when we're carousing till the second cock, and drink, sir, is a great provoker of three things.
What three things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir, nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. It makes him and it mars him. It sets him on and takes him off. It persuades him, disheartens him, makes him stand too and not stand too. In conclusion, equivocates him in a sleep and giving him the lie leads him.
I believe drink gave me no lie last night.
That it did, sir, in the very throat on you, but I requited him for his lie. And fuck, it being too strong for him, though he took up my legs sometime, yet I made a shift to cast him.
Is my master stirring? Oh, knock me as awake, and here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, what do you think?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him. I have almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know this is a joyful trouble to you, but yet 'tis one.
The labor we delight in his fame. This is the door.
I'll make so bold to call. It is my limited service. Goes the king mass today?
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down and, as they say, lamenting heard in the air. Strange screams of death, prophesying with accents terrible of dire combustion, confused events new hatched to the woeful time. The obscure bird clamored the livelong night. Some said he was feverish and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
My unremembrance cannot bear a little fellowship. Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor navy. What's the matter?
What's the matter?
Approach the chamber and destroy your sight within the court. Do not bid me speak. See, and then speak yourselves. Awake. Awake. Ring the alarm bell. Murder and treason. Banquo and Donalbain. Malcolm. Awake. Shake off this downy sleep. Death's counterfeit. And look on death itself. Up. And see the great doom's image. Malcolm. Banquo. Let's from your graves raise up and walk like sprites to countenance this horror. Ring the bell.
What's the business that such a haste only calls to parley the sleepers in this house? Speak. Speak!
Gently. It is not for you to hear what I may speak. Your repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Oh, Banquo, our royal master is murdered.
Whoa, what? What? In our house?
Truth rule anywhere. Dear doth I prithee contradict thyself and say it is not so.
Had I but died an hour for this chance, I had lived a blessed time. For from this instance there's nothing. Serious immortality. All is but toys. Renowned grace is dead, the wine of life is drawn, and mere lees is left this vault to brag of.
What is amiss?
You are and do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
The royal father is murdered.
Oh. By whom?
Those of his chamber, as it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were all badged with blood. So with their daggers, which unwiped, we found that upon their pillows they stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury, that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate, and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. The expedition of my violent love outrun the pauser reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood, and his hashed stabs looked like a breach in nature for ruin's wasteful entrance. There the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore, who could refrain, that had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make his love known. What? We hold our tongues. Most may claim this argument is ours.
What should be spoken here? Wherein our fate, sealed in an augur of home and Russian seas, runs away where our tears are not yet brewed.
Look to the lady. And when we have our naked frailties hid, that suffer in exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and thence against the undivulged pretense I fight of treasonous malice.
And so do I.
So on.
Let's briefly put on manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
Let's not consort with him. To show an unfelt sorrow now is an office which the false man does easy. I'll take England.
Tyre and I, our separated fortunes will keep us both the safer. Where we go, there's daggers and men's smiles. The near bloody.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted. And our safest way is to avoid the aim, therefore hide the horse, and let us not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. Hey, there's warrant in that theft that steals itself when there's no mercy left.
How goes the world, sir, now?
Why? See you not.
Is no who did this more than bloody deed?
Those that Macbeth had slain.
Alas the day. What good can they pretend?
They were suborned. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Against nature still! Fruitless ambition that will round up thine own life's means! But then 'tis most like the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named and gone to Scone to be invested.
Where is Duncan's body?
Carried to Colmakill, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors and guardian of their bones.
Will you to Scone?
No, cousin. All to Fife.
Well, I will thither.
Well, may you see things well down there. Adieu, lest our old ropes sit easier than our new.
Thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glamis, all as the women promised, and I fear thou playest most foully for it. Yet it was said it should not stand in that posterity, but myself should be the root and father of many kings. No, if there come truth from them, as upon Macbeth, their speeches shine. Why, when the verities on thee made good, may they not be my oracles as well, and send me up in hope? But hush, no more.
chief, yes.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a death in our great feast, an all thing unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
Let your highness command on to which with me my duties are in an indissoluble tie, forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon.
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice, which shall have been both great and prosperous in this day's council that won't take tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time twixt this and supper. Go not my horse the better, I must become a borrower of the night for a dark hour or twain.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, and therefore we shall have cause of state trading us jointly. I eat to horse. Adieu, till you return at night. Goes Fance with you?
Aye, my good lord, our time is called upon us.
I wish your horse is swift and sure-footed, so to commend you to the racks. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night. To make society the sweeter welcome, we will keep ourselves till supper time alone. Well then, God be with you. Sirrah, a word with you. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears of Banquo stick deep. And his royalty of nature reigns, and which will be feared, if it be so. For Banquo's issue have I defiled my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan have I murdered, only for them, and mine eternal jewel, even to the common enemy of man, to make them kings, the seeds of Banquo kings. Rather than so, come fate into the list, and champion me to the utterance. Who's there? Oh, now go to the door and stay there till we come. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please, your Majesty.
Well then, now have you considered my speeches? Know that it was he, in the times past, that kept you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self. This I made good to you in our last conference. Passed in probation with you how you were born in hand, how crossed the instruments, who wrought with them, and all things else that might, to have a soul into a notion crazed, say, thus did Banquo.
You made it known to us.
I did so much further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospeled to pray for this good man whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
I am the catalog you go for, then. Now, if your station in the file not in the worst rank of manhood, say it, and I will put that business in your bosoms, whose execution takes your enemy off, grapples you to the heart and love of us. We are our health, but sickly in his life, which in his death were perfect.
I am one, my lord, whom the vile blows and buffets of the world have so incensed that I am reckless in what I do to spite the world.
And I another, so weary with disaster, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it or be rid on it.
Both of you, no Banquo was your enemy.
It's true, my lord.
So is he mine. And in such bloody distance, that every minute of his being thrust against my nearest of life. Though I could, with barefaced power, sweep him from my sight, and bid my will avouch it. Yet I must not. For certain friends that are both his and mine, whose loves I may not drop, whale has fallen, I myself struck down, asking the business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives.
Your spirit shine through you. From this hour most, I will advise you where to plant yourselves, acquaint you with the perfect spot of the time. The moment on it, for it must be done tonight, and something from the palace. Always thought that I require a clearness, and with him to leave no rubs nor botches in the work. Fleance. The son that keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart, I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
I call upon you to free to abide within. It is concluded. Thank the world. Thy soul's flight. If it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
Hi, madam, but returns again to me.
Seeks the king at his leisure for a few words.
Madam, I will.
Not happy. All's spent, or our desires got without content. 'Tis safer to be that which we destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord, why do you keep alone? Of sorriest fancies your companions making, using those thoughts which should indeed have died with them, they think on. Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, whilst our poor malice remains in danger of her former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint. Both the worlds suffer ere we will eat our meal in fear and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, whom we, to gain our peace, have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After nights of fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Nor steel, nor poison, malice domestic, foreign levy, nothing can touch him further.
Come on. Gentle. I will sleep over your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I love. And so I pray to you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo, representing eminence both with eye and tongue. Unsafe, the while that we must lave our honors in these flattering streams, and make our faces vizards to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this.
Full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowest that Banquo and his Fleance lives.
But in them nature's copy, not in turn.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. Then be thou drunken. Ere that hath flown his cloistered flight, ere to black Hecate's summons, the shard-born beetle with his drowsy hums hath rung night's yawning peal, there shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What is to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest child. So thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand, cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to the rooky wood. things of day begin to droop and drowse, while night's black agents to the praise do rouse. Thou marvelest at my words, but both be still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So pretty. Go with me.
But who did Nicky join with us?
Macbeth. He needs not our mistrust, since he delivers our offices and what to do to the direction just.
Then stand with us. The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day, and spurs our lated traveler haste to gain some timely inn. And near approaches the subject of our watch.
Hark, I hear horses.
And 'tis he. The rest within the note of expectation are already in the court.
His horses go about.
Almost a mile, but he does usually, so all men do. Hence the palace gate maketh their walk.
A light! A light! 'Tis he.
Stand to it.
It will rain tonight.
Let it come down.
Thou mayest revenge, O slave.
Who did strike out the lights? Was it not the way?
There's but one down, the sun is flat.
Then we have lost about half of our quarry.
Well, let's away and say how much is done.
Forgive me. You know your own degrees, at first and last. Hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her sacred at best time we will require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sirs, well, our friends, for my heart speaks, they are welcome.
See, they encounter thee with their hearts fixed. Both sides are even. Here all sit in the midst. Be large of earth. Anon will drink a measure of the table round. There's blood upon my face.
'Tis banquos then.
Better be with want than keep it thin. See dispatched.
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of cutthroats. Yet he's good to delight for flaunts. If thou didst it, thou art the non-correct.
Most royal Sir Fleance escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect, and now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bounden to saucy doubts and fears. The banquet safe?
I, my good lord, safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trenchant gashes on his head, the least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. Here the grown serpent lies, the worm that's fled out nature that in time will bend and breed, no teeth for the present. Get thee gone, tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer. Feast for the soul that is not off the vessel, 'tis a making, 'tis giving with welcome to feed were best at home. From thence the sauce to be the ceremony, meaning we're bare without.
Sweet remembered, sir. Now good digestion waits on appetite and health on both. Here have we now our country's honor oath for the graced person of our banquo present, who may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please, your highness, to grace us with your majesty.
The table is full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is that moves, your highness?
Which of you have done this?
Done what, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I did. Never seek thy glory lost in thee!
Rise, his highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends, my lord is often thus and hath been from his youth. Pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary, upon thought he will again be well. If much you know him, you shall offend him, extend his passions. Drink and regard him not. Are you a man?
I am bold when I dare look on that which might appall the devil.
Proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. All of these flaws and starts, imposters to true fear will well become a woman's story in a winter's fire authorized by her granddam. Shame itself. Do you make such faces? When all's done, you look but on a stool, bitch.
Prithee, see here! Behold! Look! Lo, how say you? If thou canst not speak to, if charnel houses in our graves must send those that we bury back, our monuments shall be the maws of kites!
What a man of folly?
If I stand here, I saw him!
Ah!
What hath been shed ere now? The olden time. Ere humane statute purged the gentle wheel. Aye, and since too, murders have been performed, too terrible for the ear. Time has been that when the brains were out, the man would die and there end. But now they rise again, with 20 mortal murders on our crowns and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My royal lord, your worthy friends do lack you.
Forgive me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love, and health to all. Now I'll sit down. Give me some wine. Wine. Fill full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table. And to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Well, you were here. To all in him we thirst, and all to all. Avant, in which my sight, let the earth hide thee. Thou bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold, thou hast no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
Consider this, good peers, but as a thing of custom. It is no other, and only spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare, I dare. Approach thou like the rugged Russian bear. Take any shape like that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble or be lagging. And dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I have then, protest me the baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery, hence!
Why so being gone, I am edited.
Pray you sit. Sit still.
You displaced the murder. Broke the good meeting of most admired disorder.
Can such things be and overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder? even to the disposition that I owe. When now I think you can behold such sights, and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks, when mine is blanched with fear!
What sights, my
I
lord?
pray you speak not, he grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand! Not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night. In better health, attend his majesty.
Time good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move and trees to speak. Augurs and understood relations have, by magnifiers and choofs and looks, brought forth the secretest man of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with the party, which is which.
Our sage Father Macduff denies his person at our great bidding.
You sent to him, sir?
I hear it by the way, but I will send. There's not a one of them, but in his house I keep a servant fee. I will tomorrow, the times I will, to the weird sisters. Nor shall they speak. For now, I am bent to know by the worst means the worst. For mine own good, all causes shall give way. I'm in blood. Stepping so far that should I weigh no more, returning were as tedious as go war. Strange things I haven't had that will to hand, which must be acted ere they may be stand.
You lack the seasonal natures. Sleep.
Come. Will to see. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed. Thrice and once the hedge pig whined.
Harper cries, 'tis time, 'tis time. Double, double toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
Now, you secret black and midnight hags. What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess. However you come to know it, answer me. Though you untie the winds and let them fight, even till destruction sicken, answer me to what I ask you.
Speak, demand.
We'll answer.
Say if the hadst rather hear it from our mouths or from our master.
Call him. Let me see him.
For in Sow's blood that hath eaten her non-pharaoh. Sweat that's from the murderer's gibbet throw into the flame.
Come high or low, thyself and office deftly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, though say thou not.
Macbeth! 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 Beware, Macduff! Beware the thing of fight! Dismiss me! Enough!
Whate'er thou art for thy good caution thinks, thou hast harped my fear aright. But one word more.
He will not be commanded. There's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
Had I 3 years, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff! What need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance, double sure, and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live. That I may tell pale-hearted feared lies, and sleep in spite of thunder! What is this? That rises like the issue of a king, and wears upon his baby brow the round and top of sovereignty.
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be light-headed, proud, and take no care who chase, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquish thee, till great Birnamwood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
That shall never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the trees, unfix his earthbound root? Sweet ornaments, good rebellious dead, rise never to the wood of Burnham rise. And in our higher place Macbeth shall live least of nature, pay his breath to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me if thy heart can tell so much. Shall the Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more!
I won't be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you! Let me know!
Show his eyes and breathe his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Thou, thy crown does sear my eyeballs, and thy hair, that other gold-bound brow is like the first. The third is like the former. Filthy hags, why do you show me this? The fourth, start eyes. What, will the line stretch out to the crack of doom? Another yet. A seventh. I'll see no more. And yet, eighth appears. Who bears a glass that shows me many more. In some I see that the twofold balls and in treble scepters carry. Oh, horrible sight. Now I see 'tis true. The blood-vultured Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his. What? Is this so?
Aye, sir, all this is so. Why stand you cut us amazingly? Come, sisters, cheer up the sprites, and show the best of our lights. I'll charm the air and do the sound while you perform your end crown. That this great king may kindly say, our duties do his wonted head.
Where are they? Gone? Let this pernicious hour stand I, accursed in the calendar. Come in without there?
What's your grace's will?
Saw you the Weird Sisters? No.
My lord?
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected me to their whereon they ride, and damned all those that trust them. I did hear a galloping horse. Who was it came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord. Come to tell. Macduff has fled to England.
Fled to England?
My good lord.
Time. Thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The flighty purpose never is o'ertook, unless the deed go with it. From this moment, the very first things of my heart shall be the first things of my hand. And even now to crown my thoughts with acts, be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like before. This speed on you before this trip is through. No more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom? To leave his wife? To leave his babes, his mansion, and his offices in that place from whence himself does fly? He wants us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her young ones in her nest against the owl. All is the fear, and nothing is the love. As little as the wisdom when a plight so runs against all reason.
My dearest cousin, I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he's noble, wise, judicious, best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the days where we're traitors and do not know ourselves. For we will rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea each way and move. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things of course will cease, or else climb upwards to what they were before. Pretty present. Blessing.
Father he is, and yet he's fatherless.
So much of fool should I stay longer? It would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Sarah, your father's dead. What will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
What? With worms and flies?
What's what I get, I mean. And so do they.
Poor bird. Dost never fear the net nor line, the pitfall nor the jig.
What do you mean, mother? Poor birds, they are not set for. My father is not dead for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead.
How will thou do for a father? Nay, how will thou do for a husband?
Oh, why I can buy me 20 at any market.
Oh, and you'll buy them to sell them again!
How sweet, with all my wit. But yet faith with wit enough for me.
Was my father a traitor?
Why, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And must all that swear and lie be hanged?
Everyone.
Then the liars and swearers are fools. For there are liars and swearers enough to beat up the honest men and hang them up.
God help thee, poor monkey. But how will thou do for a father?
If my father were dead, weep for him. If he were not, it were a good sign that I shall have a new father soon enough.
Poor prattler.
Bless you, fair day. I'm not too known, but in your state of honor, I am perfect. I do doubt some danger does approach you nearly. Be not found here, hence with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks I am too savage. To do worse to you were fell cruelty, which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you! I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now, I am in this earthly world where to do harm is often laudable, to do good sometimes accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defense to say that I have done no harm? What are these faces? Where is your husband? I hope in no place so unsanctified for such as thou mayst find him. He is a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shag-eared villain!
What?
seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and, like good men, bestride our downfall and work them. Each year more new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland, and yelled out like syllable of dollar.
What I believe, I'll wail. What no believe, and what I can redress, as I shall find the time to. Pray, I will. But you have spoke. It may be so. Perchance, this tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge. But I shall crave your pardon. Why? In that rawness left you wife and child, those precious motives, those strong knots of love without leave taken.
Leave, poor country. Great tyranny, lay down thy basest shore, for goodness dare not check thee. Fare thee well, Lord. I will not be the villain that thou fixed for all the space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the great east to boot.
Be not offended. Speak not as an absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, bleeds, and each new day, a gash is added to her wounds. I think withal there would be hands uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England how I offer a goodly thousands yet for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, and wear it on my sword. Yet my poor country still shall have more vices than before, more suffer, and more sundry ways than ever by him that shall succeed. Whoa!
So you comes here?
My countryman, but yet I know him not.
My ever gentle cousin. Welcome hither.
Good God, the times remove the means that make us strangers.
Good sir. Amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas. Poor country. Almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave. Where nothing but who knows nothing is once seen to smile. Where sighs and groans and shrieks that rent the air are made, not marked. Where violent sorrow seems a modern ecstasy. The dead man's knell is there scarce asked for who. Where good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps, dying or ere they sink in.
Relation too nice and yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
When I came hither to transport the tidings, which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that perhaps, which was, to my belief, witness the rather, for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland betrayed soldiers. Make our women fight to doff the dire distresses.
See, it's their comfort. We are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good seaward and 10,000 men, an older and better soldier, none that Christendom gives out.
What a good answer this comfort would delay. But I have words that will be howled out in the desert air, where hearing should not latch them.
What concern they? The general cause or is the defeat grief due to a single breast?
None that is honest, but it shows some woe. But the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly let me have
Your
it.
castle is surprised. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered. To relate the man or all McQuarrie of these murdered you, to add the death of you.
My children too.
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed too.
I have said,
Be comforted. Let's make us medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children! All my pretty ones? Did you say all? Okay, all. But all my pretty chickens and their dam at one fell swoop.
Dispute it like a man!
I shall do so, but I must also feel it as a man! I cannot but remember such things were that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful neglect. They were all struck for thee. Not that I am. Not for their own demerits, but for mine, fell slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest them now.
This is the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger, blood not the heart, enrage it.
If I could play the woman with mine eyes and bribe her with my tongue. But gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Front to front bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself. Within my sword's length set him. If he escape, heaven forgive him too.
This tomb goes manly. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for the shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Come, receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never finds the day.
I have for 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, bring forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and then again return to bed. Yet all this while in a most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature. To receive both the benefit of sleep and do the effects of watching. In this slumber agitation, what, other than her walking and other actual performances, have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You may to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Look, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. She has light by her continually, 'tis her command.
You see her eyes are open.
Why, their sense are shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus, washing her hands. I have known her continue in this a quarter of an hour.
It appears to stop.
Hard, she speaks. I will set down the post for her to further my remembrance more strongly.
Out. Damn spot. Out, I say! 2 minus times 2. Hell is it? 5, my lord. 5. A soldier and a beard. What needs we fear? Who knows it? When none can call our power to account. And who thought the old man had so much love?
Oh, do you mark, to. You have heard what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not, I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Oh, here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not speak me. Oh.
What a size there, the heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Oh, well, you got it, sir. This disease is beyond my practice. Though I have heard of those who walk in their sleep and have died horribly in their beds.
Wash your hands. On your nightgown. Not so real, I tell you. Banquo is buried. He cannot come out on screen.
Even so.
There's a knocking at the gates. Come. What's done cannot be. To bed.
Go she not to bed? Directly. Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their death pillows will discharge their secrets. More need she the divine than the physician. God help us all! See to her, and remove her from all annoyances, and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she's made and amazed my sight. I think but cannot speak. Good night, good doctor.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Until burden one removes the dust, and I cannot take the fear. What's the boy? Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirit said no all mortal consequences have pronounced to be thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee. Then fly, false stains, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear, shall never sag without, nor shake with fear. The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon. Where gottest thou that goose look?
There is 10,000, sir.
Ah, he's villain.
Soldiers, sir!
Go trick thy face, and overread thy fear. Thou blue-livered boy, what soldiers patch? Death of thy soul, those linen cheeks of thine are counselors to fear. What soldiers we face? English force! Take thy face, hence! Satan, I am sick at heart when I behold. Satan, I say this push will cheer me ever or deceive me now. I have lived long enough.
My way of life has fallen into the cedar, the yellow leaf. And now which should accompany old age, I must not look to have it in their stead.
Curses, not loud, but deep. Mouth honor, breath. Which the poor heart would fain deny and dare not. Satan!
What's your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All have confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor.
This is not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Send out my horses. Scur the country round. Hang those that talk of fear. Come, give me my armor.
How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thick coming fancies that keep her from rest.
Sure heard that. Canst thou not minister to a mind disease? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow. Raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet, oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
vouchsafe to give me my armor, give me my staff. Satan dispatch, Doctor, the Fays fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldst, Doctor, find your disease. Purge it with sound and pristine health. I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again. Pull it off, I say. What rhubarb, what senna, or what purgative drug would scour these English hence? Hearest thou then?
Hi, my good lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
I will not be afraid of death in vain till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane!
Cousins, I hope the days are near then the chambers will be safe.
We doubted nothing.
What is this before us?
The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the number of our host and make discovery ere and report of us.
It shall be done.
We learn no other but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane and will endure our setting down before it.
This is main hope, for where there is advantage to be given, both more and less have given him the revolt, and none serving him, constraining things whose hearts are absent too.
Let our just censures attend the true event and put we on industrious soldiership.
The time approaches that with due decision will make us know what we shall say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculative, their unsure hopes relate. But certain issue strokes must arbitrate, towards which advance the war.
Hang out our banners on the outward walls. The cry is still, they come! Our castle's strength will laugh a siege to scorn. Here, let them run. Till famine and the edge eat them up. Were they not forced with those that should be ours? We might have met them, dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home!
What is that noise?
It is the cry of women, my good lord.
I had almost forgot the chase of fears. The time has been my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek. Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps this petty pace from day to day. The last syllable of recorded time. Duller yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle. It's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot. With sound. Fury. Signifying nothing. Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and beyond me thought the wood began to move.
Liar. Slave.
Let me endure your wrath if it be not so. Within this mile, when you see it coming, I say a moving grove.
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive, till famine cling thee. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I pull in resolution resolution and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not till Burnham Wood do come to Dunsinane, and now Wood comes for Dunsinane? Arm, and out. If this which she avouches does appear, there is nor flying hence, nor tarrying here. Ring the alarm bell. Low wind, come rack! At least we'll die with harness on our back! Your leafy screams, throw down and show like those you are.
You, worthy uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead us in our first battle. The worthy Macduff and we shall take upon us what else remains to do according to our order.
Fare you well. Till we but find the tyrant tonight, let us be beat if we cannot fight.
Make all our trumpets speak. Give them all breath, those clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly, but bear-like, I must fight the course. Once he that was not born of woman, such a one, am I to fear or none?
What is thy name?
Thou be afraid to hear it.
No, thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to my ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou lies, abhorred tyrant. With my sword, I'll prove the lie thou speakest.
Ooh, that was born of woman. With swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by one that's of a woman born!
That way the noises! Tyrant, show thy face! If thou beest slain, and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched currents whose arms are hired to bear their stains. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheathe again, undeeded. There thou shouldst be. By this great cloud one of greatest note seems brooded. Let me find him, fortune, and no more, I beg.
This way, my lord! The castle is gently rendered. The tyrant's people on both sides do fight, and the noble thanes do bravely in the war. The day itself almost professes yours, and little is to do.
We meet with foes that strike beside us, sir.
Enter, sir, the castle!
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword? While I see lives, the gashes do better upon them. Turn hell! Of all men else I've avoided thee. But get thee back! My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is my sword, thou bloodier villain, the charms can give thee out!
Now lose this labor. As easy mayest thou be entrenched in air with thy keen sword and presses make thee bleed. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
To spare thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Cursed be the tongue that tells me so. For have cowed my better part man. Make these juggling fiends no more believed that palter with us in a double sense, and keep the word of promise to our ear, and break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gaze of time. We'll have thee, as our rarer monsters are painted upon a pole, and under it, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not fucking yield. Kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet. Though Burnham do come to Dunsinane, how oppose? Being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Before my body, I throw my warlike shield. Lay on Macduff, and dare be him that first cries, hold! Enough. Ah!
This was safely arrived.
Some must go on. But thy needs I see. So great a day is this, it's cheaply plotted.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. See thee compassed with thy kingdom's pearl. Speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland.
Hail, King of Scotland!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves. Make us even. My thanes and kinsmen henceforth be earls, the first that Scotland ever in such an honor made. What's more to do, which would be planted early with the time, is calling home our exiled friend abroad, who fled the snares of once and tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher, his fiend-like queen, who asked his father, myself in idle hand, took off her own life. This and what needful else falls upon us by the grace of grace, we will perform in measure, time, place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one we invite to see us crowned at Stew.